Washington mornings on the Mall. 105.9 FM. And AM 630. WMAL.
5:07 on WMAL, where Washington comes to talk. This is Mornings on the Mall with Brian and Larry. We have very comprehensive and in-depth coverage of the serious situation today, including lots of audio of yesterday's testimony, and we will hear from KT McFarland, our very favorite national security analyst, and that's at 7:05. And at 7:35, we're going to hear from Ambassador John Bolton. Plus, you know what? We're going to hear from you, because you have something to say about this as well. It's 5:07. I'm Larry O'Connor, alongside Brian Wilson.
11.8 million people watched the season opener of the wildly popular Duck Dynasty show on A&E. It's all about faith and family and facial hair, but for fans of the show, it's all about crazy Uncle Cy Robertson, a man who has a very simple philosophy about life.
Lay back, take a sip of tea, and then if you get tired, take you a nap.
He is brother to Phil. He's uncle to Willie, Jace, Jep, and Alan. He is the drinker of tea out of a green glass and the official read man of Duck Commander. On the line right now, one and only Cy Robertson. Cy, thanks for joining us this morning.
All right, man, my pleasure.
All right, so, Cy, I got so many questions because I truly am a fan of the show, but I'm wondering, what is it like to be Cy Robertson these days? I mean, I bet there was a time you could walk through the streets of West Monroe, Louisiana, and hardly an eyebrow would be raised, but now I guess you're a celebrity everywhere you go.
Look, I could walk through the streets of Monroe, and ain't nobody even look. Okay, now, if I drive a car and they recognize me, I cause traffic jams.
Well, what is that like? How have you had to change your life?
Yeah, well, it's insane, okay? And, yeah, I've had to readjust my lifestyle.
I would guess that you are the most popular. All of the people on the show, you're the most popular.
Well, now that part of it I don't understand, okay? But you got to realize it all works together, okay? If we didn't have all of us to play off of, it probably would not work as well as it does, okay? I can no longer go out like a normal human being, okay? If I want to go to the restaurant, I've got to call the owner and say, hey, look, I'd like to have a private booth where I will not be disturbed, okay, while I enjoy a night out with my wife.
Yeah.
For a meal.
You mentioned your wife. I was surprised. I didn't know you were married.
Well, not a lot of people didn't know I was, but yeah, I'm married happily for 43 years to the same woman, okay, and it's been a grand life.
But you've always been sort of a ladies' man, haven't you?
Well, that's true. Back in my younger days, before I got married, I was what is known as a player.
A player, okay. Nowadays that you're famous, you say you still get marriage proposals?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're still, my brother gets tickled every time, or I get tickled at him when he's talking about it.
Something's going on when hundreds of women have contacted one Silas Robertson and they want to marry him.
He'll say, look, the women don't want to marry Willie, who owns the company and is the CEO. They don't want to marry his right-hand man, Jace. And then he points his finger at me and says they want to marry him.
All these women are sending their resumes, pictures. That's a scary, scary thing. So out there somewhere in America, there are a lot of lonely women.
And I said, look, boys, hey, look, I was away from y'all for 24 and a half years in the military. So y'all don't understand. I've always had this woman problem, all right? They've always chased after me.
Yeah. It's a curse and a blessing, I guess.
It's a curse and a blessing. That's true.
In reading your book, Psychology, I found out a couple of things about you that I did not know. One is that you really don't like snakes and you really don't like beavers.
That's true. I'm scared to death of snakes, okay?
You've actually been bit by a snake how many times?
Well, I think they said 27.
27 times. None of them were poisonous, right?
Well, that's true. And look, a beaver, they have killed thousands of acres of good timber.
So many questions. When you returned to West Monroe, Louisiana in 1993 after serving in the military, I've seen pictures of you. At that time, you did not have a beard. So what is it with the beard? Because when you talk to people and they watch the show, they say, yeah, I love the show, but what is it with those beards? What is important about having a good beard?
Well, look, for a man that spends a lot of time outdoors, okay, and especially in the wintertime, a beard is like a blanket, a good, blanket, okay? But the thing about me is, hey, after spending 24 and a half years in the military and scraping my face every day, okay, when I retired from the military, I also retired my razor. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I threw it in the trash can. It went to a better place, and so have I.
All right, so now, I'm in Washington, D.C., you're in West Monroe, Louisiana. What do you folks in West Monroe, Louisiana, think about what happens here in the nation's capital?
Well, hey, a lot of the stuff up there could be a lot better. Mm-hmm. Okay, no doubt about that.
And that's it?
That's it. I'm not going to get into politics.
Why is that?
Well, that's one of the things I feel underqualified about.
All right. So I want to move to the lightning round here, so I want to ask some quick questions here.
All right.
Tell me about the tea glass.
All right, the tea glass, my mother sent that to me in a care package. Inside cowboy boots, okay? Inside the cup was a couple of jars of jalapeno peppers wrapped in newspaper where they wouldn't break, and it's been with me ever since.
Have you ever lost it?
Hey, you about to lose your cup.
Hey, I'm not going to lose this cup, son.
No, she had 36 of them to start with, okay?
Yeah.
And look, I strode them, she gave them to me, and I only had 3 of the originals left. And one of them being the one from Vietnam.
I spent 24 and a half years in the military, and half the people didn't know my name. But when they said, oh, yeah, you know him, it's always that guy that comes to formation with that Tupperware glass.
Okay. Why do you say hey so much?
Hey, 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 hey.
Look, we asked that the other day. I asked them, I said, when did all this start?
The word hey is like a fabric woven into size character.
So why are you saying hey every sentence?
No, hey.
What does hey mean?
Hey, these clowns, hey, they don't know what they're doing.
He just heyed again.
And, hey, none of us can come up with the answer.
You don't remember. It just
Hey, nobody knows how I started it.
Hey.
It's automatic. I say hey, hey. Hey can mean yes. Hey can mean maybe. Hey can mean no. Hey can mean next week.
Here's my question, and I've been dying to ask somebody on the show. Why is it that the boys refer to their mom and dad by their first name?
Look, what it was is they worked out of the house, okay? And instead of saying, Dad, the phone, or Mom, get the phone, they wanted to sound more professional, so they said, hey, Phil, phone call. Miss Kay, phone call. Okay, they was trying to sound professional at the time. That was when they may get $20,000 a year, duck call sales.
Right.
And they thought they was rolling.
Well, listen, good luck with your book. It's called Psychology, Duck Dynasty's Favorite Uncle. I have read the book, and I understand that there have been 500,000 pre-orders for this book?
It's done up that to 1 million.
Really?
Yeah.
1 million pre-orders.
1 million pre-orders.
Cy Robertson, it's entirely possible that you will be at the top very soon of the New York Times bestseller list. How do you feel about that?
Is that a strange look? Is that a strange thought or not?
It is.
That's getting my near to be science fiction.
You know what I'm disappointed in, Cy?
What's that?
You have not called me Jack.
Hey, well, look, Jack, what's your problem?
Well, listen, thank you. Good luck with your book, and thank you so much for joining us here on Mornings on the Mall. It's a great pleasure to get to chat with you.
All right, look here. It's my pleasure.
Thanks a lot, Cy. All the best.
Man.
Every girl crazy about his